Good morning. How is everybody doing? Welcome to my car talk. My name is Penny. If you're finding me for the first time, please like my page and share this video. And today is Gratitude Wednesday, a day that we set aside to be grateful for a lot of things. Some of the things are small, some of the things are big. So come on here, and today we are going to be grateful for our children. Okay, if you're here and you have children, listen, let's talk about the children and encourage one another and be grateful for those children. I'm trying to pin this so you can like my page. If you have not done that, please like my page. So we pray for children, and a lot of us you're sharing the other page. Try to get this page. You're sharing the second page. Good morning. Go to the other page and clip that one. That's the second page. Let's do the main page. And a lot of us, maybe had the kids easy, and some of us, we struggle to have children. But we quickly forget after some time about the desires that we had for children, because the children starts challenging us. So now, if you don't know me, I have 4 children, and I have a fifth child who adopted in Kenya. He's not by, I didn't give birth to him, but I adopted him into my family in 2009. Okay, he's 20 years old. I have a 23-year-old. I have a 20-year-old. I have a 17-year-old and a 10-year-old. So I'm a mom. So when children don't come with a manual, we find ourselves, trying to raise them the right way. But most of us don't even know what's the right way, because you know what? You're just taking chances. So what are we going to do? We sit there and we start feeling bad. The children can actually take your life away, and before you know it, you go into depression. Before you know it, you're regretting why you had them. Before you know it, you don't know what to do with them. Before you know it, even here in America, some parents turn the children into the state because they cannot deal with the children. So let's talk about the things that we need to put together. For me, what I have learned over the years that has helped me so far to where I am. Children need structure. Children need a structure that they wake up to. They know, like on Monday, I can give you my weekly structure that I had over the years. We knew on Monday they go to school, they come home by 3:30, they have like an hour to eat their snacks. They have an hour to complete the homework. Then after they complete the homework, we prep dinner. After we prep dinner, we go out. They used to go for tuition, which my little son still does. We go to tuition. That was Monday. Tuesday is the same routine. Come in, wash your hands, eat your snacks. And on Tuesday, we usually used to go to the YMCA. That's the time they can do whatever they want. On Wednesday is the same routine, but on Wednesday we went to church from 7 to 9. So on Wednesday we knew it was a church day. And on Thursday, we went again, the same routine for Monday. School, home, wash your hands, eat your snacks, do your homework, and then we head out to Kumon. 2 of my children used to dance. So on Thursdays, they would dance. Then on Friday, they come home, throw the bags anywhere they can throw the bags, and it is the time they are supposed to start watching their videos. It's the time they're supposed to, their TV or whatever they want to do. Back in the day when I had my other kids, my children did not watch TV from Monday through Thursday. And that was like, there was no time really to watch TV. They would watch TV during, the week, if they really have something they have to watch. If you find my children today, they will tell you that, there was no TV in my house, just because there was no time. And Friday, Saturday, those 2 days, they can watch all the TV they want, and they can stay out as much as they can until they can watch TV until they sleep. I did not have a problem with those 2 days. And then on Saturday is a day for us to clean and do shopping, right? And clean up the house, make sure we have everything, declutter. We did that. Then on Sunday, it was a day for us to go to church. So on Sunday, we don't do anything. We just go to church and hang out. So there's a rule in my house for my children. On Sunday, they are not allowed to work. When they get jobs, I tell them, tell the jobs you cannot work on Sunday. Back in the day, it was a Saturday for me. I was not allowed for me to work on Saturday. But when I started raising my children on a Sunday, they are not, when they apply for jobs, is a rule I've told them, and I'll stress it as I leave. Tell your jobs that you're not available on Sunday. On Sunday is a day for us to go to church and come home. So that was the structure for me. What is your structure? Okay, then the discipline. You have to identify how you're going to discipline the children. Some of you parents threaten to discipline the kids and you don't discipline. For me, if I say I'm going to spank, I spanked my kids. If I am going to spank, I'm going to spank. And by the time I spank, I have given them one chance, second chance, the third time, I spank them. I usually set time where I'm giving a time. I just don't hit the kids anyhow or just spank anyhow. I spank when I must spank. Okay? Hold on. House rules. We have house rules. Especially now that we have adult children, we have a time that the children have to be in the house. Sit down with your spouse. If you're a single mom, sit down with the children and set the house rules. Set your expectations, what you expect from the children. If you don't set your rules and regulations, then the children are just going to be running around. Most of us value and actually idolize our jobs. You guys need to ask yourself, any place of work where you work, they have rules and regulations, they have policies and procedures, they have guidelines that have to be followed. But when we come to our homes, we don't set those rules in the house, because you know what, the kids get to do anything they want to do. There's rules and regulations that are supposed to be put in place for the children to follow. Let them be born into that so they know. Meal preparation, I had a time, you know, for everybody to try and help. When they're little, they cut the tomatoes, they cut the onions. There are chores that you give, Yobesh, I see you. There are chores that you give the children as they're little, but as they get older, you give them, each one has a day to cook. For instance, now my daughter has a day she can cook, my son has a day he can cook, and the other child has a day they can cook. I have 3 children that, I will answer that con, that can cook. So we alternate days. So my husband gets to cook, but set a day, you know, for you to cook with the children. Because a lot of people are spending so much money buying good homes, buying good cars, buying everything, but their children are not eating well. Okay? If you like certain kinds of food, take your children with you. So that way they can pick what they like. There's what you like and there's what they like. So set a day for you to do food shopping. So that way they can also pick whatever food that they like. Okay? There we go. And academic excellence. Set those standards for the children. When the children come home, look at their work. Ask them, how was school? What's going on? That is something you do as soon as the children come home. And that is why most parents try to live on like a low budget, so that way one parent is home to see the children. If you're a single mom, that is not possible. There is a way you can find to make time to find out how the children are doing in class. The other thing is cultural differences. There's the food, like I'm talking about food. There's food we eat in Kenya, there's food Americans eat. Try to balance that. Don't give too much of the other, because American food is really, most of it to me is junk, but it is their food. You know, try to meet halfway, so you meet the cultural differences, because you're raising your children maybe in Europe, you're raising your children in India, wherever you're raising your children in. Children are made by their environment. Don't be too strict to be your village thing, too much of it, and you forget to strike a balance, because where they are born is what they are dealing with. Alcohol and drugs. Some of you parents, you smoke, you drink, you do all these kinds of things. And you don't want your children to do that. Make sure you are addressing the alcohol and drugs issue with the children at an early age. Children know you drink. Children know you smoke. Talk about that. Talk about dating. Talk about money management. Give your children allowance. Start giving your children. I started giving my kids allowance when they were like 5 years old. Give them money. Give them $5. Let them practice how to save some, eat some, and put some in the safe. You take some to the bank, you put some in the safe, and when you see the ice cream truck, you buy the ice cream and save some. Teach your children how to manage their money. Don't wait for the children to grow, and that's when you're teaching them how to spend money. Teach your children how to spend money by modeling. Some of you parents cannot manage your money. You have to model good financial behaviors. Find somebody to mentor your children. You are not going to raise your children by yourself. Some of you have in-law issues. In-law issues are not going anywhere. Sibling issues are not going anywhere. If your children like the aunties, if your children like the uncles, who you're the one to introduce the children, don't hide the children from their relatives, because you're going to need somebody to parent your children, because sooner or later your children are going to dislike you. Don't think that you're always going to be in charge of your children. There's an age your children get and they just do not like you. So when they don't like you, who are they going to talk to? They need to talk to the people that you share the same values, the people that you have something in common. Hiding your children from people is not going to help you when they become old, because you know what? All children have challenges. Children who have parents, children who don't have parents, when children turn a certain age, they're going to do what they're going to do. So keeping them away from people who are supposed to help you raise them is not going to help you. Don't forget that you wanted those children. Some of you quickly forget that you want those children. Some of you quickly forget that some people are struggling to have children. Some of you quickly forget that, you know what, the children did not ask to be born. You decided to have the children. How you decided to have the children is on you. If you don't have children, take time to have children. Don't just have children, because these children, when they come with all kinds of special needs. And I want you to know, when you see children with special needs, don't think that those children are different than your children. Your children can be physically okay. Your children can have speech. Your children can have all kinds of things that you think is normal, but mentally they are not okay. Your children are special need children. All children are special need children. Because you know what? They are out here and they are looking at you to parent them. Don't give children who have special need attention and forget about the other children because their disability is visible. Or you think, oh, you know what? Oh, you know, this one is sick. I can do this and I can do that. No, all children don't come with a manual. Be grateful for those children. Don't forget that you asked God to give you those children. And if you have children who are like functioning normal, when I say functioning normal, they're going to be like you. So whatever you're doing, they're copying. Some children might not have the ability to copy what you're doing, depending on the way they are. If your daughter has Down syndrome, there are things they might copy, there are things they might not copy. So anything you're doing, when we look at the children and we expect the children to behave a certain way, model those behaviors that you want your children to have. You don't tell children to do what you want them to do and you are not doing what you're asking them to do. Finally, Errol asked, why did I switch my church? When I got married to someone who was not Seventh-day Adventist, and I was intentional about raising my children in a church that I was able to go and my husband was able to go. The first 2 years we were together, he used to come to my church, but he didn't like it. So we decided to find a church that both of us can raise our children and identify with. My parents identified with Seventh-day Adventist. My husband's parents identified with African Inland Church. The church that we are raising our children is Assemblies of God. This church is not my church, is not his church. I just found a church that had the children ministry. That's the criteria that I used to find a church. And the church that I have raised my children, which is Assemblies of God. If you live in America, Assemblies of God and Seventh-day Adventist churches have the best children's ministry. I don't know about Catholics. I have not been to a Catholic church. But they have a ministry that enables the children to be in touch with themselves. They allow the children and they let the children, like they set them aside. Some of the churches, you bring your children with you in the church. The Assemblies of God has a syllabus set aside for the children. The Seventh-day Adventist has a syllabus set for the children. So that's why I chose to raise my children in Assemblies of God, because they had something that I was looking for. So that is an intentional thing that I did. So you have to decide. Cheers, guys. Thanks for watching. Share this video. Oh, did I pin this? share this video, like my page. And on Friday, we are going to give one lucky winner 10,000 shillings from Kenya who are sharing my reels. The reels are 60 seconds. Go to my page and share them. Like my page, and you've not subscribed my YouTube channel, please do that. God bless you, and thanks for watching.